Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Otaku Octagon podcast. I'm your host, Maui. I'm here with my co-host, David.
What's up?
So today we're actually going to be going over the Summer 22 animes, the new stuff that's come out this season. We kind of want to give you a rating scale, so we're going to talk about plot, characters, visual, things like that. Kind of give it I guess you would say a 1 out of 15, because we're going to do about 5 for each category and give you a hot or drop. So I know, David, you have a few animes that you
Oh
want to
yeah,
go over. So.
I finally buckled down and sat down and watched some anime, so I got the list this time. I haven't had a list in like 2-3 weeks, so I got a list this time.
Yeah, no, I did what every good content creator does, and I sat down and watched anime all day, so I actually had something to talk about today. I do know we are kind of running a little late. Sorry, guys. We had some personal things going on yesterday, but just be sure to go over to YouTube once you hear this. I know some people have been hitting me up like, where's your stuff at? Like, we're famous. So, but real quick though, I want to show you some of the new stuff I got from Target.
Ooh, goodies.
Yeah. So, well, I went to GameStop and I went to Target, but in the back here, as you can see, I got this massive Aang from Avatar. So he's sitting on his little air ball in his Avatar state. It's actually really nice. It's not like most of the time you see Avatar items, they're like toys. This is like an actual like statue, like really well made. It sits on like its little platform that says Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's really cool.
How much was it?
It was $31.99 or something like that.
Really? $31 just for that?
Yeah, it's big too. I had to drop one of these shelves. You see, like I dropped the shelf low.
Oh
just
yeah.
Fit in the sun bitch.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
But I did get another shelf too. I got Berserk Volume 2, and I got some more anime stuff like that or
Did you
manga.
finish the first one?
I'm not reading that.
It's like a Bible. Just sitting on the
Yeah,
shelf.
it's just I pray to it in the morning. I got the what's it called too? So I got a tiny little Itachi up there. I know you guys can't see it. I'm not going to go grab it, but and then I got 2 of those mini Bandai One Piece figures. I got the Ace and then the Nightmare Luffy, and I also got you 2 as well.
Finally representing for the One Piece crew, Mugiwara.
I've had the Zoro.
I know you like Zoro though because he's just awesome. Zoro is not like a One Piece character; he's an anime character.
I'm gonna be honest. When I pulled the Nightmare Luffy out of its box, I liked it more because he has like the katana on his back with the sword. I thought that was pretty dope. I actually had to ask you who the fuck that was. I didn't know who that was. So,
when you get to that episode, you're really gonna like it. Like the whole anticipation to him becoming Nightmare Luffy, and then he shows up like a badass. It's pretty lit.
I mean, I knew that was Luffy. I just didn't know why he looked that way. I didn't know if it was like a Halloween special or something.
So you remember I remember you called me when you were looking at this. Remember the little monster looking orc looking thing?
Yeah,
that's actually a giant, like a huge island pulling giant in the show. And Luffy had to actually become Nightmare Luffy by inhaling all the souls of everyone around him on some fucking spirit bomb shit, just to become that, just to fucking fight the giant, and whooped his ass essentially. So it's a pretty lit episode. You definitely gotta watch it.
Yeah. Well, I got you 2 though, so you can add them to your little collection over there.
Of course. You can definitely see pictures of those on my Instagram.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's get into some of the new anime. So we're not going to do an update. There's no point in doing a what we're watching update because this is our update. The whole episode is going to be our update today. We're going to talk about all the new shit that's coming out so you guys can know whether you can watch it or not, or whether you want to watch it or not. I mean, it's our personal opinion, so if you don't want to take it, you don't have to take it. But
exactly. It's like 3 or 4 episodes in. We're just getting a quick synopsis. Honestly, this is the point where we decide, is this really good? Is it just something that I'm watching because I have the time, or do I really want to see this go for the whole long run? So today, that's exactly what we're going to let you know.
Yeah. So I do want to kind of get into 2 animes that aren't technically summer 2022, just so we don't confuse a lot of people. There are 2 that I did watch. One I thought was a summer 22, but it's a January 22. But it's like
close enough.
It's close enough, right? So I want to talk about this show called Orient. So it's like Orient something. But if you look for it on Crunchyroll, it's just called Orient. And we're not going to spoil anything for you guys. And most of these we can't spoil for you because it's only 2-3 episodes in, especially the new ones. So, but essentially it's about these guys, or it's this group of humans, and they were attacked or pretty much invaded by the Oni. The Oni are like these monster god creatures that came down to the planet and pretty much enslaved humanity. And now all of a sudden, back when they first came, there was these thing called Bushin, which are like the Bushido, the samurai or whatever, but they had like powers. They fought them off, but whenever they lost, they pretty much brainwashed everybody on the planet. Not like physically brainwashed, but you know how our government does today? No.
Pause.
No, but it pretty much, people started worshiping these things as like actual gods. And so in the Bushin, who were the ones that defended the planet in the beginning, are considered criminals. And they have to like carry their swords everywhere with chains around them. They chain the sword to them. They're considered like low citizens, low class. I mean, you know that old phrase where it's like nobody likes the warrior class until the enemy's at the gate kind of thing? They pretty much like treat them like shit. Well, it's pretty much about like these humans who are just brainwashed by these things and worshiping them as deities. They love them. And I think the first episode, these people want to become miners, to mine rocks for these Oni. Like it's like the dream job to become a miner. And they go to this fancy school, mining school, and it's pretty funny what happens to them. But they pretty much go through the door whenever they graduate, and they get fucking slaughtered by these things. And they're like, "Oh my god, they lied to us!" And then they die all the time. They're like human sacrifices, but the main character of this is a kid whose dream it's always been to become a Bushin, but he's been hiding that fact just so he doesn't get treated like shit. And he goes to the mining school. He ends up meeting with his friend who's the son of a Bushin, so he gets treated like shit. And they end up going on an adventure. And like I only watched a couple episodes.
Hold on, that's all I was just about to ask you. How many episodes did you watch?
This is only in the first 2.
This is the first 2 episodes?
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right. It's fast paced.
I'll say it's pretty quick, but it doesn't feel like it. So it really, like the beginning of it, and let's talk about plot being, a 1 through 5 kind of thing. This strikes me as I know I talked about it before, you probably haven't watched it yet, but it's a Biku Bisco vibe. So it's like a kid, or these people are treated like criminals, but they're really doing God's work out there.
Yeah.
And they pretty much leave the village to go off on adventures and fight these Oni and become like the strongest in the world kind of thing, right? This kid's dream is to unite all of Japan into one, like not under him, but like he wants to get rid of these monster creatures. And I'll say, like, it to me, a plot, for now, because of January 2022, all the episodes are out for season 1 already, so I can still finish it. I say for the plot, for me, I give it like, right now, I'll give it a 3 out of 10, which I think is like halfway. Only because, not because it's bad and not because it's good, because I haven't seen enough yet. And to me, like I said, it feels like I know what's gonna happen. Man. Like I know the kid's gonna Naruto it up, right? He's gonna become powerful because of plot, but the thing going forward is characters, right? So I give plot 3 out of 10 for characters. I'd give it an easy 4, and the reason why is because these characters.
That's not that good, bro.
Huh?
That's not that good. You've been real.
Out of 5.
I mean, you gave it like it's a 5. You're like, oh, I gave it a 5.
No, I mean a 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 5 is pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
And the reason why is, once again, it's all about character development, right? It's all about seeing where these people go, and if they don't really character develop, they don't grow up or do anything, ridiculous. Then you're just seeing the same person. But I think the main character, kind of like most new animes these days, is, like I said, Naruto-esque, right? Where they're just like, I'm going to be the greatest in the world, ha! And then they get fucked up, and then they're like, that's not going to keep me down. I'm going to continue to train, But his friend, I think, is a good play off of him, who's more of like the Sasuke character, right?
Oh, emo.
He's like, he's kind of like emo. He's kind of down, but they help each other, and they have a really good dynamic. So I give it a good 4. Visuals a 5, because the fighting is really good. The fighting, I thought it was going to be shit fighting, to be honest, but the fighting is pretty good, and like the weapons, the sword play, when they start fighting, it doesn't change its animation or anything crazy like that. Like, it's really good really good wholesome fighting, and and more with the visuals aspect. The monsters in this, like there's the Oni, and then there's the Kishin. The Kishin are the gods of the Oni. So they're like monster gods that are like the top ranking individuals of those monster Oni. And the first one you see in like the second episode, really good like cinematics. Like it's not like where you see a monster in another show and it's all like kind of choppy and like it looks weird, you know. Really good visuals on that with like the fire and the animation stuff like that. So, you know, I think I'm definitely gonna keep this one. Yeah, I mean it's the season's already out, so I might as well watch it. It's not something that I have to wait for.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 12 out of 15. That's pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say I'm gonna keep it. It's definitely a hot for me, not a drop.
All right.
So I think it can get better. I've seen with the fighting, and you know me. We talked about this before in the last damn one. I was like, if something has a shitty plot but good fighting, I'll still watch it. So it's not like a big deal to me if the plot kind of falls off. I'm still gonna watch it because I like action anime. I mean, that's on my list of anime that we're gonna talk about today.
Okay.
They're all action.
Okay. I hear you on that. So, maybe that's where we will. No, seems like we're gonna differ a little bit on our hot or not scale. Because when it comes to characters, for me, if they're good, they may get a 5. It seems like you're being a little more conservative with those points there. But you gave a 5 for visual, so it definitely might have to check it out.
And, I mean, I'm being conservative with the characters, and I could give this a full rating at the end. You know, right? If I watch all of it and then I have some changes, I can bring it up in the next episode, but I just feel like I haven't seen enough yet, and if I get the Naruto feel, I'm not going to give them a 5 out of 5. Because that's not, I wouldn't say it's overplayed, let's be honest. Like the whole Naruto Luffy thing where it's like, fuck you, I don't care, I'm going to be the strongest in the world kind of character is very overplayed. Which is not like a few of the other animes I know me and you have both watched, which is why I gave them a 4 and I'm going to give these other ones a 5 because they change up the dynamic. But
okay.
The other anime is called Roka and the Six Braves. I'm not going to really rate this one. It's been out for a while. It's been out for over a year. I'll say that. So,
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, so Roka and the Six Braves, I would say in the beginning, I would have actually given this plot like a 2. And the reason why I say that is because in the beginning, I was like, oh, I know what the fuck's going to happen. This kid, once again, another Naruto-esque character. He's going to become super cool.
Doing this.
No, I mean, the whole...
shonen, bro. Of course. It's going to feel like Naruto.
I mean, this isn't shonen. I don't think this one's shonen.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But he, essentially, like, the whole point of this show is 6 people are chosen to go defeat the Demon King. 6 people are chosen by the goddess to go defeat the Demon King. It's not an isekai. It's not even an adventure anime.
Okay.
But it's just this kid says he's the strongest in the world. Nobody can stop him. He ends up getting jailed. And then he ends up getting this flower tattoo on his hand that just appears from the goddess. And if you have that flower, you are one of the 6 braves. You are one of the 6 braves chosen to go fight the Demon King. This is where it got me. I was about to drop this show. This shit turned into a fucking murder mystery. Like, it turned into a murder mystery anime with almost zero, well, not zero fighting. There was some fighting, but like the fighting went boom. Excuse me. It turned into a murder mystery where there were 7. So they had this objective to go turn on this like fog that was a barrier that nobody can get in or out of, right? The fog barrier turned on when they got there, and they were like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Nobody turned it on. And then they started blaming him, the main character, and then a 7th brave showed up. And they're like, 7 braves? There's only supposed to be 6. This goddess doesn't make mistakes. And for the entire show, there were skirmishes here and there. They blamed him for it. Then they blamed somebody else for it. And it's pretty much like who killed the butler sitting in like who's sitting in that room, like who did it? It's like one of those murder mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
And it got down to the point where I didn't even feel like I was watching a fighting Demon King anime anymore. But the transition was so smooth, I didn't even notice it. It turned into, who the fuck is the imposter? I was sitting there like, and he was like, "No, it's not me." And then he escaped, and then they went and tried to find him and attack him, and then they got into this big battle. And then he'd be like, "No, it's not me, it's her," or or the other people would be like, "Well, what if it's you?" No, what if it's you? Like nobody knew who the seventh Brave was, and I'm like, and then he is like a genius, and he'll put together this whole scheme of events that happened. He's like the fucking detective. He's like Sherlock Holmes. And he ended up figuring out who the fuck it was. And by the end of this, I'm like, oh shit, that's who it is. Like there was a legit imposter. And I'll tell you, it sounds like, damn, well, that's not why you sat down and watched it. But they did that transition so smooth. I was so invested by the end of that shit. There is a season 2 that's out, but on Crunchyroll, it's only in Spanish, which is weird.
Yeah.
I can't sit through that. Sorry, I feel like I'm watching a Telemundo. Nothing against Spanish people, but like
I just don't understand. I'm sorry.
I just don't get it.
This sounds really good though. You watched Darwin's Game, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of like Darwin's Game-esque, like a battle royale.
Yeah. They're all kind of just stuck in this like forest all together, and they keep fighting each other because they don't know who it is, and then they'll stop and they'll have like a talking session where they all try to figure out who's the imposter. Then they'll go back to trying to kill each other, and then they'll stop. But it turns into a complete "Who Killed the Butler" scenario, and you're just like, I was so invested that I didn't realize. I was like, wait a second, isn't there a fucking demon king we're supposed to be fighting?
The complete plot just completely changed in the middle of the story, and it's perfectly done.
But it's seamless. It is. Seamless.
What's the name of the show? Hold on.
It's called Roka and the Six Braves.
Where is this show made?
I have no idea. No fucking clue, to be honest. It was on Crunchyroll. I was looking up new animes to watch, and Roka and the Six Braves popped up. This show came out over a year ago. There's 2 seasons, though, so maybe it came out 2 years ago. Probably 2 years ago.
No, I'll check it out.
It was seamless. I didn't even notice that. I was like, wait, ain't we supposed to be fighting the Demon King now? Come on.
That's crazy. But no,
what's going on?
I definitely want to check that out. I like those type of shows.
It's definitely, I do definitely want to watch, because at the end of it, they finally figure out who did it. And what's even more fucked up is I was just like, they figured out who the seventh Brave was. And then by the last episode, when they're about to go fight the Demon King, another seventh shows up. And I'm like, fuck! Like,
and I guarantee you this one is the right one.
It was fucking hilarious, because even then, even all of them were like, oh my god, we're gonna do this again.
Is it a comedy too?
I mean, there's funny moments. There's not like, it's not like a legit like knee slapper every second, but there's funny moments in it. I'll give it that. I mean, the dude's pretty comical.
That reminds me of another anime from the last season, Friends Game. I think I spoke about it once before, but it's like that too, like a whodunit. They're like, who's the one who betrayed the Friends group to get us in the situation where we have to basically play for a huge ass debt. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's definitely, if you like that Friends Game, that's another one you want to check out. But I definitely want to check out this Roka and the Six Braves. That name's so suspect, but we'll see. It
doesn't like in the beginning you're kind of just like, meh, like it's just another actiony anime I can watch. But then like when I started really like listening, I was like I was like, it can't be this bitch. Like, I'm sitting there with them. Like, I'm in the anime.
You're over there like, hold on. You got a good point.
I swear to God. Like, at one time, I was sitting here, because I was sitting in the game room, and my wife was sleeping on the couch, and, like, all this nonsense. My son was asleep. And I'm sitting there looking at it like this. And this one chick started talking, right? Started talking over Roka, right? And he was like, yo, so... by the end of she was like, well, that doesn't, and I was just like, yo, shut up. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Shut up, bitch.
Let him talk. I was like, let him talk. I was like, let him talk, bro. And I was like, wait a second, I'm not there. So if something can make me do that, I'm straight up. If something can make me feel like I'm there, that's a good show.
And when you get really invested, you're like there, really paying attention. That's a really good show. I definitely want to check that out. Is that with 2 Ks? ROKK?
Yeah. ROKKA.
No, I'm checking it out. I'm dead ass. That's going to be on the top of my list. Definitely when all my other shows run out. Yeah,
why don't you give us one of the brand new shows, since I took up some of our time with these oldies? But
no, you're wasting a second. We got Engage Kiss. So Engaged Kiss is about. It's not an isekai. It's more of a sign in, more for like a more adult crowd or older crowd. It's about this guy probably around 20, 21 years. He drinks, so about 21 years old. This is also Japan. But
he's 15.
He's 12. Lives by himself, of course, no parents. But no, and he's dating this chick. She's rich. Her father owns this company. In this world, there are demons that exist, but it's a secret. So only like a secret society knows about it. So there are these companies that are secret that hunts the demons. Well, he's like dating the girl, and he basically hasn't made. He doesn't have to worry about anything. Well, one day he disappears. Now this is pre-show. So by episode 1 is when he comes back, and when he comes back, he comes with a new chick, and like some girl probably that looks more around his age.
City boys.
So
City boys.
Something actually from the most recent episode, the girl that he was dating, like the one with the successful father, she was apparently rich, and of course she's rich, but she was older than him. Like she had her own money too, and she felt herself felt self-conscious about that. So she felt self-conscious, and she thought he felt some type of way. So when he came back with this other chick, she's like, "Oh no, I hate you." So they broke up. Now this is just episode 1. So he's with this another chick. We find out that this chick is actually a demon. So what everyone's been hunting, she's one of those, but an S class of that demon. So she's the strongest around. No other demon can fight her. So this is only episode 1 to 3. So as we start to watch, we start to realize that he has made a contract with this demon. To basically, he's giving something up in order for her to kill all the other bad demons.
She like Risei from Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah. No, exactly.
S class fucking ghoul.
Yeah, no, exactly. She's at the top, like S double plus, and no other ghoul or no other demon can deal with her. So then, towards episode 3, you find out that he's actually giving up his memories in order for her to be as strong as powerful as she is. So
does this have like action in it, or is it more?
No, it's her
slice of life.
I like to talk about the plot. I'm sorry. Yes, there are parts where the S-class demon whoops up and dog walks the other demons. That does happen. It has really good fight scenes. The visuals are great to watch. I do say that. But more towards the plot, we start to realize
don't ruin it for everybody.
Okay, I won't ruin it. But the whole plot of the story is he does love the ex-girlfriend, even though she hates him because he left the company. He made his own company, came back with this girl. She hates him, but she doesn't realize he's making sacrifices in order for her and society to exist. He's giving up everything he has so that this demon can be strong, so that she protects everyone else. So that's the full plot of the story.
Oh, I saw that. I was like, when I read the synopsis, I didn't care for it. It
didn't say, and the main character uses 2 swords to dual wield slash all of his enemies in a bloody mess.
If it doesn't say in fucking parentheses Naruto-esque, I don't want to watch it.
Yo, that's the problem. You need to open your horizon. Open your horizon.
So where do you get the plot? Like 1 out of 5.
The plot. So I did go real deep into the pre-plot. It's a 3.
3?
It's a 3. Honestly, it's like, okay, you're giving up your memories so that the demon can fight for you. Couldn't you have just stayed with that company? Couldn't you give up your memories, still be with that girl? Tell the girl you're giving up your memories, but give up your memories still and the demon fight for y'all?
Seems like some FREE.
So he's pretending like he's actually with the demon, like the demon loves him. He doesn't love the demon. He tells the demon, "I don't love you," but he's with her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
all right. So what about the other ones?
So 3 out of 5 for the plot. The characters, they're kind of shaky. The main character, his whole ambitions for what he's doing, I understand how he's going about it. It's like, bro, really? Yeah. The female, she's silly. It's like, come on now. Really? You don't see that? That's like, why would this demon work with him? That's weird. So it seems like everyone is acting super gullible for no damn reason, and it's like, come on, everyone, let's figure this out. So
That's like they're using that too hard to make a plot.
yeah, yeah. It's like once, and now she's found out. Oh, he's losing his memories. Now what? What are we gonna go with now? You gonna tell him? What are we gonna do? It's like you have all these, and moving to the visuals. The visuals are a 4, maybe even a 5, a 4.5 out of 5. You know what I mean? Because great fight scenes. You watch the fights, the color, the choreography, the music. I don't know what that's called, but the actual music they use during the fight scene, it's all great.
Yeah.
But then you go back to the plot, and it's like, alrighty then. So honestly,
would you give the characters like a 3 out of 5 then? Like another 3?
They have the possibility of moving to a 3, maybe even a 4, but right now they're like a 2, maybe 3. So I'll give them 3. 3 out of 5 for the characters, 3 out of 5 for the plot, and I'm gonna give the visuals only a 4 out of 5. If I'm gonna give the characters the half a point to give them a full 3, I'm gonna give the visuals a 4. It has great everything, but the visuals surrounding a turd, like you know the saying, you can't polish a turd.
Yeah.
no matter what.
Like a 9 out of 15.
A 9 out of 15.
So are you gonna keep it though? Is it a hot or is it a drop?
It's not hot, but I'm not gonna drop it. Why am I going to continue to watch it? Because I see the possibility, the perspective of them moving up to a 3.5 or 4. If the plot kind of massages itself out.
What about keep or kick? Are you gonna keep it or are you gonna kick it?
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it for now. I'm gonna keep it for now. I'm gonna wait until the mid-season, like episode 6, episode 7. If it doesn't pick up by then, I'm gonna drop it. And I've done this so many times. But no, I'm gonna keep it. But it's sitting on some stilts. I'm telling you, so no stilts.
Hanging out there. I got you. Okay.
No, I'm gonna bring up another one. I don't know.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a list. I'm dead ass. I got a list.
I got like 5 more.
It's okay. I'll work around your list. Don't worry. I'll work around it. The next one I do want to bring up is my isekai life. I love isekais. All you got to do is make the plot somewhat followable, and I'm going to follow it. I do want to bring this up as a quick mention because the character, I would want to give him a 4 out of 5. Like, he's overpowered, and he has this possibility of being way more powerful than what we even know because he keeps all his powers under bondage. So he has a second class. That's the whole plot of this story. Yes, he is the lowest. He has the primary skill class of a tamer, like a beast tamer, and everyone's like, oh, a beast tamer, you're going to get slimes, you're going to get like bulls, you're going to get a wolf, some shit like that can easily be defeated. But then he actually has a secondary class of an actual mage. So what he does is mix that beast taming skill with the mage skill, and on top of the fact that he's isekai from another world, so of course he gets all the extra perks of the isekai. He has the possibility to be broken. They don't show his full deck of cards at the beginning, and that's why I do fuck with this show. So the character 4, possibly even a 5, once we do understand his full why he's doing it, why he's hiding it, why he's not just going out and just destroying countries, because supposedly that's his capability. At least that's what they talk about. When it comes to the plot, it's about a 3 out of 5. It hasn't really established itself. I see it working, but right now it hasn't established what this show is going to be about. Is it only going to be about this guy who has 2 classes and he goes around and shows everyone like, oh, you're super powerful?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It can go from a 3 to a 2 if they don't massage it out well, but it can go from a 3 to a 4 if they actually establish what his ambitions are. What is his whole point of this whole anime? You know what I mean? And lastly, characters, plot, and the visuals. The visuals are great. The studio, anime studio, is a renowned anime studio. They make great visuals. Like, the fight scenes are colorful. It's about it's an isekai, so it's like a game world. So we get to watch him do different explosions. We get to see different explosions. It's not Demon Slayer level of animation. You know what I mean? It's not up there, but it's good. It's really good. Like it's something to watch. I definitely would give it a 4, a 4 out of 5. So what is that? A 4, and a 3. Yeah. So 11 out of 15. I definitely say I'm going to keep it. I think it's hot. And I think every isekai is hot. If it's isekai, I'm going to watch it. Yeah, I love it.
I saw that. I was actually going to start watching that. I don't think it's not on Crunchyroll though. I tried to look for it. It's not. I tried to look for it on Crunchyroll, and I don't think it is. I know you watch most of your anime on you sell the high seas.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to watch that because I love fucking isekais too. I know you love like super long names, but I love me a good isekai. And I don't give a fuck what nobody says about like they're all the same. Yeah, they are, and I fucking love.
That's the point. Honestly, longer the name, the better. Like the whole name of this show is My Isekai Life. I gained a second character class and became the strongest sage in the world.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Imagine putting that on a movie screen. But so I'm gonna get it. So you're doing an isekai. I'm gonna do another isekai. So I want to talk about Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
I was waiting. Yeah. I was waiting.
Oh boy, I fucking love this show. And I fucking love this show. So it is another isekai. I know you've seen it, but for those of y'all who haven't, there's only 3 episodes out right now. The plot, that's a 5 out of 5. I don't care. It's an isekai. Everybody knows what the fuck happens in isekai.
I love it.
However, the reason why I would give most isekais a 4 out of 5 because we know. The reason why I give it a 5 out of 5 is because of something they do in the second episode. The thing that they do. You remember the beginning of the second episode where Roxanne says, "This is the story of a potential future," and it shows our main character 10 years later.
Yeah, and it showed his harem.
And it showed his harem. It showed him coming back. It didn't show his face. It showed what his life could be, and he looks absolutely fucking broken. But just like any isekai, I think this one's really good, not only because it's an isekai and we love it, but the beginning of it is absolutely fucking brutal. Like, I think this kid is not like one of those where, oh my god, I'm killing real people. Like, it starts off fast. Like, there's no, the synopsis says, a young man is playing video games and ends up being isekai, or a young man is sitting at his desk or something crazy, and ends up being isekai'd into another world, right? And when the first episode starts, he's laying in a bed in that other world. It doesn't show anything about him getting pulled in a video game. It's off-rip. I mean, it is immediate. And he fucking sees those bandits and starts slicing them the fuck out. And I mean, there's fucking blood, there's shit all over the place, and I fucking love it. And even when he figures out he's actually killing real people because it's another world, he's like, I don't give a fuck.
I mean, he didn't say that.
He thought about it, but then, and the reason why I give it this is because they kind of surprised me. So for characters, I give it a 4 out of 5, for him at least. And the reason why I say that is because when he says that, I'm like, fuck. Like, when he said, oh my god, I'm killing real people, and his hands were shaking and he had blood and shit, I was like, fuck, they're going to make this kid a pussy, where he's going to be like, I don't want to kill people anymore, I'll only kill them if I have to. But then that one episode happened, and I'm like, oh, he don't care. He really doesn't care.
Well, hold on. I will argue a 5 out of 5, and I will give you one argument for that extra point. Okay. He is an isekai who goes into a world where there exist these sex slaves that he's like, yo, I'm gonna buy one and fuck one.
He's a fucking pervert.
And what does he do? What does he do by episode 3? He
fucking slaughters people while they sleep.
I mean, that's also great in itself, but he actually doesn't do the whole trope of vagina and get it away from me.
Yeah, so and it is a pretty ecchi one. I know, like on Crunchyroll, you'll see it's all like censored. If you don't want to watch it censored, there's many places you can watch it. Woo, sail the high seas. But I know this kid, like his character to me is really well done, to where he's already smart. He's already he's very serious. It's funny when he starts thinking about like the women and Roxanne, the whole like beast woman thing and stuff like that. He's very funny, but like when he's getting down to it, he's a savage. Like he doesn't care. He's just like, I need this amount of money so I can buy her, so I can fuck her, So I'm gonna do literally anything to get this amount of money to buy her
does
to
it.
fucking.
And
He fucking does it. He doesn't care. Like he doesn't fucking care. Visuals. I mean, it's the fucking isekai. Isekais are already
it's
always
Isekai, so
great.
it's 5 out of
Yeah,
5.
yeah. It's always fucking great. And I give that one a 5 as well. So for me it'll be a 14 out of 5.
14 out of
So
5. Yeah.
I fucking love this show.
Well, hold on. What got the 4 again?
Huh?
What got the 4 again? The character?
The characters. But the like, I don't know. It's like most isekais. Like everybody knows the story of the isekai, right? Goes to Adventure Guild, goes in a labyrinth, but then he does other shit, and I just love the other shit that they add to this. Now, there's only 3 episodes in the show so far, so you don't quite know where it's gonna go. But I love the fact that they gave us kind of like a sneak peek of what's to come in the future. You know, like that really like did it for me. That's kind of what brought me into it. Plus, like the murder, that he committed. But excuse me.
Bless you.
But that like, I don't know. I really love harem.
I love isekais and I love harem.
It has nothing, and it really has nothing to do with the big titty fucking anime girls. It really doesn't. I could fucking care less. I mean, it's nice to watch and shit, and I'm a pervert like any man, but like, I don't care about that more or less than the fact that I don't have to sit here. One, to be fair, he's not broken. So I kind of like the fact that most isekai, or that in this isekai, unlike most, when he came here, he wasn't broken. Like, he wasn't broken at all. He showed up with a sword. He said he took kendo classes when he was fucking back in the real world, so that's the only reason why he knows how to sword fight. So he's leveling up like a normal kid. I mean, yeah, he has a little bit more stuff, oomph, you would say, than other people in the world because, like, that's who he is. But, like, I don't know. I like the fact that he's actually, like, learning and trying to level up and trying to get, to where he wants. Like, he wants that harem, right? So, I mean, I definitely give that a 14 out of 5. That's definitely a keep. I'm going to keep fucking watching that shit.
Yeah, you're not convincing me, bro. I love that show, too. As soon as I saw it was coming out, I think we even mentioned it last season. As soon as I saw it was coming out, as soon as I saw episode 1, I wait till episode 2 because I had to watch my other anime. But as soon as I had the chance, that was one of the first anime I started of the new season. So definitely, I would give that one a hot as well. Definitely one of the hot part of the list. But my next one is going to be an isekai again. It's going to be Parallel World Pharmacy. Parallel World Pharmacy. So you saw it?
I watched a clip and then I read the synopsis and then I was like,
I watched it because it is supposedly Japan's one of Japan's like top light novels.
really?
So I was like, it must have a great story. So of course I watched it because it's isekai and it may have a great story. So I started watching this anime. It started with how most isekais do. Right before the death, we see that he's a overworked. He works in pharmaceuticals. He's always on computers working, thinking of worrying about different chemicals and whatnot for pharmaceuticals. I don't know what the hell they do. I'm rambling about pharmaceuticals. But anyway, he's overworked, and somehow, some way, he ends up dying while sitting at the computer working. How most isekais start. Either that or Truck-kun comes and knocks him out of their way. So he goes to the new world where essentially he's born into a family, luckily, like the assassin one, where he's born into a family of assassins and when he's supposedly one of the best assassins. He's born into a family where his father is like the top medical practitioner in the world. Now, where this world is set, it's like the 1800s when it comes to their level of medicine and science. They don't even know what bacteria are. They don't know what diseases are. They just know you get sick. And some diseases, some sicknesses, you don't come back from. You're going to die. Yeah. Like pneumonia, you're going to die. I'm sorry, you're going to die. Yeah. Chickenpox, you may die. But the thing is, this world is not in the past. It's current world. It's just not. They, instead of investing in technology, science, medical, they invested in science. Not science, magic. They invested in magic. They invested in exploring the magical and the sword fighting and that type of world instead. So he is basically bringing his knowledge of his world into this world. He's the son of this top practitioner, but he's a kid. He's like in this. He's like an 8-year-old child's body, and he's like, I know so much, and I can try to help, but people at first don't believe in him until the most recent episode. They finally let him take care of pneumonia, and he's working on it. And once he does that, it's going to be the start of his new world, essentially. So that was a quick synopsis of the plot.
Like a slice of life.
It's definitely a slice of life. There's no fighting in this whatsoever. It's literally about medicine and everything like that. So when it comes to plot, it's a pretty good plot. It's a really solid plot. I would say that. He has his ambitions. You see where it's going. Blasey the Sekai. But I'm not really into medicine. I'm not really into pharmaceuticals. I love isekais. Shop in another world. So I'm going to give it a 4 because it's a solid plot, and I know someone who is interested in medicine, is interested in shops and stuff like that. Maybe this is something they will want to watch. I'm gonna give it a 4. When it comes to the characters are great. The father is intelligent. You see how the son, the main character, the son, is like watching the people around them and really describing what he sees and their ambitions and whatnot. So its world building is great. The characters are great. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5 because it's great when it comes to the characters and how they build them up into who they are and their ambitions and what they bring to the table and how they recognize how they can improve and what he can bring to the table for them. I don't want to destroy the whole story.
Yeah, no. I mean, I get you, and you know me. If there's rare times I really like slice of life animes, and I have to sit down when I'm literally not doing anything and actually watch it. If somehow, some way, I have nothing to do, and I have 7 fucking animes I'm watching right now, so I don't think it'll be for a while. I may give it a rip, like give it an actual fucking rip just to see, because I do like medicine. I don't really do pharmaceuticals, but I like medical stuff. I mean, you already know, right? Like I got certificates and stuff, but
chemistry. You like chemistry?
There's a few. There's a few times where there's been slice of life animes where I was just like, oh, this would be dumb, and then I actually sat down and watched it, and it was actually pretty good. So
yeah, it's pretty good. It's a solid, like I said, it's a solid plot. But getting to the last one, visuals. Visuals are like a 3. There's no fighting. There's not really like this is a magical world, but like there's like he does his ice thing. That's it. He just does his ice thing, and then his father kind of like destroys the ice or shoots ice at him, and he makes an ice wall, and you see him like use magic to like create like substances like by using like chemistry, knowing how each molecules are like actually built and whatnot. But past that, it's good. Like once again, if you're really into medicine and everything, that maybe that's what you want to see, him creating substances. But I was kind of looking for more than that. Especially if I'm going to scale the plot and the characters so high, then I'm going to roll back on the visual because I'm giving them points because of the visuals. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 2. A 5, a 4, a 2. That's 11. It is part of my seasonal rotation. Is it something that can get dropped? It can very easily get dropped. I'm just going to watch it until, again, I have nothing else. But it can definitely get dropped. Okay. Because it doesn't interest me. Well, again, you may love medicine, and that may interest you. You feel me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, isekais are literally the only thing that's really dropped this fucking season, which we fucking love, so I'm going to give it another one. So there's this show called Black Summoner. Black Summoner is fucking fantastic, again, to me. I fucking love it. Now, I may scale back the plot, character, and visuals on these, and only because it's more like every other isekai than Harem in a Labyrinth in Another World. And the reason why I say this is because the main character is fucking broken. Like, absolutely broken. Like, most isekai main characters, he's broken. There's nothing, like, essentially how he ends up dying, and the reasoning is that a god in his world made a mistake and ended up killing him on accident. So he went to the goddess of reincarnation for her intervention. She ended up reincarnating him into this world. But they had a conversation. So she didn't just do it just cause. She asked him if he wanted to be reincarnated. she said you're allowed to have skills, you're allowed to have skill points, you're allowed to, pretty much like a video game, right? When you start your character, when you're making your character. Something kind of stupid, which he makes fun of himself for doing this, but he's like, he gives up his memories of the old world to gain more skill points, which is kind of funny. But essentially, he chooses the class of Summoner. And he doesn't know it yet, but when he gets down to that world, there's only 3 or 4 other Summoners in the whole country. And they're all, like, D class and below. I think, like, one's a B class. But he's a S tier, S class Summoner. Like, he can summon anything. And how we find out that that's true is because one of his conditions also is that his, like, they're called servants, the things he can summon. He made the goddess herself one of his servants. But he's not strong enough yet to summon her. But he can hear her in his head. She helps him out in battle. She sees 360 degrees inside of his noggin. So, like, when he's fighting, she could be like, behind you, or to your left, to your right. You know, like, she can help him in battle, but he can't summon her yet. Pretty much the whole thing is, once again, Adventure Guild, right? Goes to Adventure Guild, wants to be an adventurer. There's a F, there's like F, FED, CBA adventurers, and then there's an S tier adventurer. There's not much to this plot, I'll say, besides him just being, he's actually like a really good dude. Kind of like, unlike the dude from Harem in the Labyrinth, this guy bought a slave too, but he didn't buy her to fuck her. He bought her to free her because people were kind of like...
You saw the way he looked at her.
Technically, so far, from what we know, technically, I mean, he's like engaged to that goddess, so he doesn't seem like he wants to do anything with the elf girl. I'm not going to spoil it too much, and I can't really, like I said, there's only 3 episodes, but he's like a really good guy, and he's also broken, but he tries to keep the fact that he's a summoner a secret because the nobles will be fighting over him and shit. So he's really cocky, super fucking broken. He's like, he's a mage. He's also like, he doesn't fight with swords or anything so far. And he's just like, he's really funny, he's intelligent, and he's just a broken summoner. I give the plot, I mean, because it's an isekai, a 4 out of 5, only because I kind of want to see where it goes. I want to see him be able to summon these higher class servants, like the goddess, the other shit like that. Also, like, from what, the end of, I don't know if you watched all of it, probably, it's only 3 episodes, but, the end when he meets the fucking guild master and that whole, like, thing happens, which I'm not going to spoil, like, that actually got me a little bit more interested, where I was like, okay, I want to see where this goes,
Yeah. You see the plot actually starting to unravel.
Yeah, you see it unraveling. He actually gets a mission. Like, the first 2 episodes, he doesn't really have a mission. He's just like, I'm just going to learn how to summon things, like, I'm going to take quests. Like, the first 2 episodes are him just doing quests. Like, there's not a real plot to it. But then you finally see that they're now starting to get into the plot. So I'll give it a 4 only because it's an isekai and because I can see that they're actually going in that direction. Characters, I mean, the kid's fucking broken. I'll give him a 5 only because he's fucking broken. I like broken characters. And it's a little different only because I like seeing well-done characters that I wouldn't choose for myself if I was in a video game. Like, a lot of people, kind of like Elden Ring, people will choose, like, they'll choose summoners, they'll choose mages, they'll choose this. I like just choosing berserkers, warriors, those are my types of people. So when I get to see a show of a different class doing really well, like, oh, this kid is really smart and he learns how to put together, you kind of, technically, in some of these shows, you learn a lot about video games, if you think about it. Like, if you play the Elden Ring-esque games, when he uses these skills and he matches them, he's like, the first skill I picked was literacy and language. You're like, I would have never fucking thought about picking something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he can read and write. I'll give him definitely 5 out of 5. Visuals, it's an isekai. I will say there's a part of it that kind of like is pretty cool, but it kind of annoyed me. So when he ended up fighting this Black Knight, where it turns into like this video game style fighting, that kind of bothered me. Only because like I thought it was a cool way they did it, but if you would have just kept it at normal fighting, like normal anime are, I think it would have just went over well. It was kind of like when I was watching it, I was like, oh shit, he's about to fight, and then they both stood there and they're like, I will defeat you, fucking Tekken and shit. I was just like, okay, I mean, that's cool, but...
I mean, they be doing funny shit in that show, too.
Right, and it's fucking hilarious, and that's why I gave the plot more 4 out of 5 as well, because it's fucking super funny. My wife actually sat down with me when I first started it, and she fucking loved it. She wanted to watch it too. So, and she's not really there to. She doesn't really. Not that she doesn't like isekais. I mean, Sword Art Online's her favorite fucking anime, and that's an isekai. But yeah, I don't know. I'll give the visuals a solid 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Because of that switch up during the fight kind of annoyed me.
Okay.
It kind of annoyed me. So
13 out of 15.
I'm definitely a keep. I'm definitely going to keep watching it, especially because it's. No, but I'm gonna keep it only because there's not many animes that I like that my wife likes, and if she likes it, I'd like to like watch it with her. You know, and that's something we can watch together, and it's more shit I can put references on, and she'll fucking understand. But I think what's also broke, that fucking slime is broken.
Yeah, he broke the slime. Like every time he tames the monster, they automatically get that 100. Everything 100, all of their attributes boost. Like that's just broken already. Like you see, like other
brought out the
characters.
gargantuan fucking slime thing.
Oh yeah, it evolved.
That's like a Gigantamax Pokemon.
I was worried that like it was always gonna be big, but then it showed that it still has the ability to go small. I'm like, okay, good, it can still be cute. All right.
That shit was fucking wild.
Did you also notice that like if you look at the gargantuan, like its stats and compare it to any like the bigger heroes in the story, its stats are the same to like the strongest heroes around it. Like even the headmaster, of course he has like S classes, but he has like A's and B's and C's as well. So he's pretty close to the main or the strongest character so far we've seen in the story.
He's getting there. So I mean, I'll definitely give that a big keep.
I'm definitely gonna keep it as well. Definitely hot. Yeah. Definitely gonna keep it. It's a great S-Kai. It's done well.
It's fucking isekai. I could watch the same isekai 30 fucking times in different fucking title and I'll still watch it. So, what's your next one on there?
So the next one is not an isekai, but it is still a popular plot line. It's a magic school. So at this magic school, this young man, so in order to move on from a first year to a second year to graduate, essentially, you have to summon a monster and make a contract with the monster or whatever. Summon an animal and make a contract with the animal. So he's unable to summon and make a contract. Every time he tries to make a contract, they don't make a contract with him and they disappear. He doesn't know why. So they tell him like, hey, if you don't do it by tomorrow, you're not going to go on the second year. So one night he's like in the library like, oh, I don't know what to do. And all of a sudden the book falls off the shelf, hits him in the head, opens up. He looks at it, he's like, oh, this is a summoning spell. I should try it. And it's like, okay, obviously your parents never told you don't talk to strangers. Cool. So he's like, all right, I'm going to summon. So he makes the summoning circle and actually summons, and it's a demon. It's a demon girl. And he's like, oh.
I think, what's this called again?
Vermeil and the Ghost. Yeah.
I might have seen a trailer on this.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Is the book like when it hits him in the head, is the book like kind of have like teeth?
No.
Well, I might think of something else. I might be thinking of something.
You might be thinking of something else.
But I remember like a book hitting some anime character in the head, and he's like, "Oh, I can actually use this." And then I don't know. It might have been like a trailer for something else, but it
sounds familiar. It sounds familiar. But no. So he finally summons this demon, and supposedly you have to be a super powerful mage in order to be able to even summon a demon. And since the demon recognized how powerful he was, she also decided to make a contract with him. Because one, he was able to summon her in the first place. No one else has ever been able to do that. But they hide the fact that she's a demon, because if anyone knew, then it's like, oh God, you're that powerful, you can summon a demon, and oh my God, it's a demon. A demon is walking around. It's not normal for demons to be just walking around school. So they make her look like she's a regular human.
Isn't that kind of stupid though? Because like, if he can't and I'm not trying to get into the plot here because I don't want to ruin it, but like, if he can't graduate and move on to the next class because he can't summon a beast, if he said, like, like, fuck these hoes, right? Like, hey, here's a demon, I just summoned this.
Oh, no, he still uses it. He still uses her as his summoning. Like, she has a summoning crest and everything. They just hide the fact that she's a demon.
So she's like a beast, quote, air quotes.
Yeah, they just don't know what she is.
Oh, but he summons her, and they're like, okay, you can move on.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you summoned her. She showed the crest is like on her chest,
Yeah.
and that was
Fuck,
it.
I'd still be like, she's a fucking demon. I'm
Yeah,
happy.
exactly. So apparently, the plot of the story is this kid. He wants to be like the most powerful wizard in this world, but if telling people you have a demon as a summoning demon, that would prove that you're super powerful, and no one could be able to defeat you because she's super powerful. So it's like,
what's the
point? It's like you're fighting against yourself here.
He's swimming against the current. Bro.
Yeah, well, because demons are in this world like super bad. Like if a demon shows up, they're going to kill everyone. They hate everything. They destroy everything. But because she's contracted to she doesn't do that, and she's in love with him. Oh, also they have to kiss or they have to do something erotic in order for her to use her full power.
So what's the fucking point then? That's like, fuck, she's not, okay, yeah, I summoned a fucking demon. One, I'm super powerful. Two, we made a contract so she can't burn anything to the ground. Get the fuck over it. And if you have a problem, you can't fucking fight me because I can beat you.
Yeah, I don't, it's not a isekai. It's a show. It's solid. It's solid.
You said Remel something?
Vermeil. Vermeil.
Okay, I'm gonna put this.
So when it comes to the plot, I understand his ambition. It's kind of, he does make some silly decisions. It's like, why aren't you going full power? Why don't you just kiss her? Why do you act all weird whenever she's trying to fucking get full power with you? It's like, all right, but it's a kid. It's a young boy, and he's weird about women. So that it's kind of that story. So it's kind of annoying sometimes, but the plot, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I would give it a 4. VER.
Yeah, Vermel in gold.
In the gold, yeah. Or in gold. Gold, yeah.
I'll give it a go.
So you know what? No, I'll give the plot a 4 because I'm gonna give the characters. I'm gonna give the characters a 3. The characters are very, they're not very developed. They're who they are, and it's like, bro, just do something great. All he does is this same spell over and over again. So it's like, whatever. And the visuals are kind of weak. It's not like super animated. Like they fight, but it's not even like great fight scenes. It's like he uses ice, they use this, they do something cool, but then he uses ice again. They do something cool, but then he uses ice again. But this time it's a bigger ice, so now he won. So it's kind of whack when it comes to visuals. So I'll give the visuals a 3. I'll give the characters a 3. I'll give the plot a 4. Plot's a 4. It has a chance if he finally opens up and becomes a better character, bringing his character up to 4, then the plot can be a solid 5. But right now, 4.
10 out of 15.
Yeah, 10 out of 15. Am I going to continue to watch it? I'm going to continue to watch it. It's part of my seasonal rotation. I'm going to watch it. It's not one of those I'm just going to drop it if one day. I'm going to continue it because it has the potential, but right now it's weak. It's super weak.
Well, my last one is a drop. I'm already going to tell you that. I mean, so this show is called Lucifer or The Lucifer and Biscuit Hammond. It's pretty much ass. I'm gonna be honest. And there's not many episodes in it, so I guess I can't. But it just doesn't sit well for me. So essentially, what these things are, there's these beast knights, and these beast knights are characterized by how strong they are from what animal they are. So there's the strongest ones are I think it's an eagle, a unicorn, and a dragon are the strongest beast knights on the planet. They're actual beasts, right? But in order to use their powers, they find a human to attach themselves to, and that human ends up getting a ring, and then he ends up getting the power, and he can he's the most powerful knight in the world, right? Well, it's about this kid who is the main character. He has glasses. He's kind of a fucking dick. He's like a very gray character. And a lizard knight comes and says, hey, I need your help defending the world. And he's like, I don't fucking care. And they're just like, no, you're going to help me. And he keeps throwing this lizard out of the window. That was pretty funny in itself. It was pretty funny. He keeps throwing the lizard out of the window. He turned around and be there because they can't be more than 5 meters from each other or some shit. But it's pretty much the whole time he's like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to fight. Why the fuck would I fight? There's no point. And he was like, all the other Beast Knights need you. And he's like, well, if there's more, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, why do you need me? You know? And it's pretty much, he ends up like the whole time he's pretty much just telling this, like for 2 fucking episodes, he's like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this, I don't care. Ends up meeting one of the enemy, who the enemy is like the golems, right? They're like golems created by a dark mage, which I guess you could call like the Demon King or whatever. He meets a golem, ends up getting his ass kicked, meets a girl who is supposed to be the princess, who's also a knight, but she doesn't have a beast attached to her because she's the reincarnation of the princess. Now this isn't an isekai. This is like our like real world. These creatures come and see, and I told you about it before. Unless you know it's there or you have a ring on, you aren't able to see these creatures or anything. So realistic, but you are still seeing. You're not like a Soul Reaper where you're invisible fighting things. Like it's human beings, and they can see you fighting air. Like they'll see you just hopping around and fighting air and doing nonsense. The fighting was like, man, it was like she punched it one time and then it flew away. It was like kind of corny. And then at the end of it, she's like, submit yourself to me, become my like servant or whatever. And he's like, what? And then she's like, look at this. And then he looks up, and then there's this giant fucking hammer that looks like a gavel that's hanging above the earth, like as big as the earth is. And it's created by the mage. And whenever time runs out, the hammer is going to strike the earth and crack it in half and kill everybody on the planet. So their job, their goal is to defeat that mage and defeat that golem, which is the hammer. And then she's just like, submit yourself to me, and we'll defeat the hammer together. And, you know, my fist is going to be the one that actually destroys the world, which I thought was kind of out of pocket. And then she was just like, and then the kid that the whole, for fucking an hour, was like an hour of episodes, was like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this. He was like, yes, I'll be yours. And I'm just like, that.
What?
That's not. We simping over this bitch? Like,
I mean,
like she's not even cute.
Did she do something special?
No, she just fought a golem and then was just like, I'm going to defeat the hammer. And he's like, I'll be yours. Oh, Yamate Kudasai.
Did he not know that they wanted to defeat the hammer the whole time?
And I'm like, well, he didn't know about the hammer yet. But he knew about the golems. He knew about the beast knights. He knew about everything. He's just like, fuck this, I'm not doing it. Why would I risk my life? I'm just a normal kid at school. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not doing this, you know? And then all of a sudden the girl shows up and fucking shows him the hammer. And he's like, oh, shit, I can see it now. I'll be your servant forever. And she's like, I'll keep you alive. And
like, the hammer, you know, that's what gets you.
And it was funny. What's funny is, like, when he finally sees the hammer, actually, now I'm thinking about it, when he first sees the hammer, he's like, what the fuck? I'm not fighting that. I'm not fucking doing nothing against that. What the fuck you need me for? And then the girl is like, gives him this, like, great speech. And it ain't no General Mattis. Like, she just gives him some basic ass speech, and she's just like, and he's like, yeah, I'll be yours. And I'm like, all right, this is corny. Like, it's like they forced the plot. The plot is right now is 0 out of 10. 0 out of 5.
Wow.
I don't care. I would give it a 1 because I think the fighting that's visuals. But plot, I'll give it a 1 because there is a plot. Like, you can, if you want to see where it goes and how they even get to that hammer, then it's a 1. Characters, I give a fucking 2. Only because I think the girl is very dynamic, the female, but the main character that you're going to probably be following mostly through this whole show is not. He's very gray, he's very blah, he's like not the funny dickish. He's just a dick. Like, it's just like, why? Why do you need to be like this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the visuals, I give it a 3 because I think they can get better, but I don't care because I'm kicking it. Like, I'm not going to watch it. It's just not, it did nothing for me. Out of all the animes that I've watched from this season and other seasons, the show either captured me in the first or second episode, and this one did it in 3. It didn't do it in 3 episodes, and I'm like, I'm not watching this. Yeah. So, like,
it's not like it's going to be like a whole anime. It's just going to be like 12 episodes, and you can't do it in 3.
It's just like, cool. Like, I don't know. It's very corny. Like, the fighting, the fight, I guess, that was in the episode, like, was cool when she punched it, and, like, it didn't chop up, and it didn't look stupid, but... So I think the fighting can get better, but it's definitely a kick for me. That's like a 5 out of 15. Like,
we're just gonna drop it, okay?
No, I'm not watching that.
Okay.
When I saw the title of it, when it said the Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, I was like, oh, maybe this is something about like the devil who's Lucifer, and like something about like a hammer of God or something crazy. But then like they just did this complete like he called this girl at the end of the episode. He's like, I'm gonna follow this Lucifer till the end of the earth, and I'm like, okay, what is that? So nobody's actually the devil, or yeah, like this isn't like the devil's a part timer or something. Like it's just I don't know. It's garbage. I'm gonna be honest, it's garbage.
You feel like you gave it a real chance though?
I gave it a chance. I watched it. I paid attention. I watched all 3 fucking episodes. But I mean, 0 out of 10 would not bang.
Would not bang. Okay. All right. Well, I do want to give one final show before you give your final updates. This is also going to follow the same script. It is something that I am probably most likely going to drop, especially the next episode if any better. It's going to be, I think I actually told you about it, Call of the Night. It was actually on one of the websites that I was watching my anime on. It was at the top of the list. It was like under One Piece, of course, but it was number 2, and I was like, okay, it must be good. So really good, yeah, exactly. If people are watching it, it must be good, right? No, it had the icon for it. Like I could tell it was like magenta, violet, purple, stuff like that. I was like, okay, Call of the Night. This is about vampires. It's about vampires. Okay, I like vampires. Let's watch it. So we watched the show. It's the story starts is about this kid. He can't sleep. It's like it never really goes into why he can't sleep. I guess they eventually will get into that, but he can't sleep. So after when everybody else goes to sleep at night, like 1 o'clock in the morning, he walks around the town all night. He eventually stops going to school. Like one day, like this girl at school is like, "Oh, I want you to be my boyfriend." Be my boyfriend. And he's like, "Boyfriend?" Because he's like, I don't understand the point of being boyfriend girlfriend. So I didn't really know what to say. So she cries and she runs off, and everybody's like, "Why'd you do that?" But he just stops going to school, and I'm like, okay.
You didn't explain that.
All right, cool. So he stopped going to school. I mean, he's staying up all night. Maybe that's part of the reason why obviously that's part of the reason why he's not going to school. It's like, okay, all right, cool. So he stays up. This is like the first episode, towards the end of the first episode, and he meets this girl at the park, and I'm like looking at her like, this is the vampire. All right, he finally met the vampire. So something's about to happen now. So she's like, oh, you can't sleep? He's like, how do you know that? Where did you get this information from? She's like, oh, it's okay. I understand. I'm here to help people who can't sleep at night. So it's like, all right, some vampire shit's about to happen. So they like hang out all night. I'm like, can we get to the sucking of the blood? So they found he's like, all right, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning type shit. He's like, all right, I think I'm gonna go home, finally go to sleep. And she's like, oh, you should come back to my place. And he's like, okay. I'm like, okay, all right, cool.
Red flags. What the fuck?
I mean, like, I don't know. And then it's not like he liked her or anything, because he doesn't like girls. It's not like he likes boys. He just doesn't like anybody. Doesn't understand. Yeah, he's not interested yet. So they go back to her place. Like, she has her own apartment. And mind you, he says he's like 14 years old, and she has her own apartment. Red flag. I don't know what you're thinking, bro. But like she's like, oh, there's my futon on the floor, and it's like a blanket and the 2 pillows. You know how they do? They chill on the floor. They sleep. And she's like, go ahead, lay down. He's like, what? What do you want me to sleep here? What did you think you were there for, bro? Like, we about to play cards or something?
So cakes and cream or what?
Yeah, she like a bitch like, oh, don't worry. And he's like, wait, are you gonna rape me? And she's like, no, I'm not gonna rape you. She's like, oh, okay, then good. And he's like laying down, and then she's like, okay, go to sleep. Don't worry about it. Just go to sleep. He's like, okay. He's like, this bitch is crazy. So he's like, all right, I'm not going to go to sleep. I'm going to just sit here quietly, my eyes closed, and pretend like I'm asleep. And then eventually she's going to just let me go home. So he does that for like an hour. And then she's like, hey, sleep. She's like, gently poking him like in his ear. Are you sleeping? Bro? Are you sure you're asleep? And then she's like, all right, if you're sleeping. And then she finally, her vampire teeth comes out and she bites his ass. But when she bites him, she like comes back like, oh, that tastes so good. And then he like sits up like, what just happened? And she's like, a mosquito bit you, and I got it. I killed the mosquito for you. He was like, that didn't feel like a mosquito or a slap. And he's like, did you just bite me? And she's like, no, I didn't. Okay, yeah, I bet you. And he's like, why are you biting me? He's like, I have to eat. And then it's like, it goes into this whole thing how when vampires supposedly in this world, when vampires bite people, they turn into vampires too. But another part of that is they have to love the vampire. Like they bite someone and the person they bite loves them, then they'll turn into a vampire too. But he didn't turn into a vampire. And he's like, oh, but I want to be a vampire. She's like, well, you gotta love me. He's like, all right, make me fall in love with you. She's like, well, I'm not gonna make you fall in love with me, but you can hang out with me and I'll continue to eat. And if one day you fall in love, then you turn into a vampire. So, yeah, that's the show.
I mean, we don't love these hoes, so he's never gonna be a vampire.
Yeah, that's probably the only redeeming quality of the show. When it comes to characters, the characters are one. I don't understand anybody. I don't understand the vampire. I don't understand him. It just makes no sense. And then he's like, oh, I don't have friends. In the third episode, he's like, oh, this one girl who I did have a friend. I don't remember this friend, but now I have this friend, and then I'm sneaking to hang out with this friend, and now you're jealous of this friend, even though we're not. I don't know. So the characters, we're going to go ahead and give them a 1. The plot, we're going to go ahead and give it 1. I have no idea what's going on. He wants to be a vampire. It's like, bro, I don't know. Do some shit that's going to make you fall in love then. Hanging out at the park is not going to make you fall in love. I don't know if you know that, but yeah. And when it comes to the visuals are good. The visuals are good. I'll give the visuals about a 4. Like, the animation is really good when she like does her little vampire thing, like the colors they use, whatnot. It's more of a comedy, of course. You could probably get that from the plot. It's more of a comedy, but it just doesn't make any sense. But it looks good, so that's why I watched it, because it looked good. But I'm probably not going to continue. I may watch another episode, but it's probably going to get dropped, honestly. But yeah, that's my last one. It's my only one that I'm possibly going to drop. Do you have any final updates?
No, I think that's so I mean, there's definitely a lot of good episodes and stuff that are coming out. Obviously, we want to keep watching, especially those ones that only have 1 or 2, episodes that are dropped. So I think we're definitely looking forward to all the new stuff that's going to be happening in the next few weeks, kind of seeing where the plot takes us. I appreciate you guys for listening. We kind of wanted to give you our update or what we thought some of the best animes were so far. I know we like to do a lot of isekais. We love isekais over here. What can I say? I think the majority of the community does like isekais. I mean, it's the same. It's either you love it or you hate it. So, I mean, it's not really, if it's not for you, then it's not for you. But we like to give a different take. I like the big action. He does more slice of life type of stuff. If you have any comments or questions, or you disagree with us, leave us a comment, like and subscribe as well. We do actually also have an Instagram page now, so if you go to Otaku Octagon on Instagram, you'll find us there. We post our new stuff like anime, new like news. We post like new things coming out on the story. We post our shelves, like our figures, our new manga. Kind of just like I guess you call it a blog for both of our lives and like the new things we collect, and we let you know when the new episodes are going to be dropping. Now, they normally do drop on, obviously, Sunday nights, but like I said yesterday, we had some things going on. But be sure to go follow us on Instagram. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you like, what you dislike. Just give us your little review. Do that on Apple Podcasts as well. That really helps us out in the algorithm so we can get famous.
Gotta watch them on both, guys. Watch them on both.
Audio listeners, this one's for you. I know we've been doing a lot of episodes where you have to hop over to YouTube. I know a few people who actually listen to it while they're working out or do whatever. So this one's for you. We love you. Mwah. Appreciate you.